Welcome to another exciting edition of the P&B World Cup show, where you bring you all the biggest stories from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I'm Abel Sunday, and tonight we'll be looking back to the dramatic day of football. Portugal were held to a 1-1 draw by DR Congo in a result that has opened up Group K. England entertained with a thrilling 4-2 victory over Croatia, while Ghana edged Panama 1-0 to make a strong statement in Group L. Joining me in the studio is media sports marketing professional Josiah Delight Amedu, and connecting virtually from the ancient city of Benin is the abracadabra of sport, John. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Plenty to discuss tonight as the World Cup continues to deliver excitement, surprises, and talking points. Delight, good evening. It's day 7 already.
We are yet to enter the 15th day. I think the sun is rising, and gradually it will be setting. And by the time it will be setting, we will know who actually has become the champion of FIFA World Cup.
I think most of these countries, I think they're going to settle in. You get, when you come into a championship, they will say your first game, you have to settle with your first game. I think they're going to settle in. Even the likes of South Africa that we're playing, Croatia, I beg your pardon, Czech Republic today. I think we'll see more of their game today than they will come out more today than what they did previously.
Like I said earlier, the first match for every team is just a sizing up an opportunity for every country that's coming to the Mundial to know if actually they are ready for the World Cup. And some actually try their first tactics to see whether it can take them further into the group stage. Some, it has actually not worked out. Even big countries and big teams have their permutation embarrass them. And so we want to see as we go into the second match of the group stage. And after this one match, any team that does not organize themselves well to gather points to stay alive has only one last match.
Yeah.
And after that last match, non-dignities, you are gone. And then the table will be showing whether you can make it to the next round. If not so, it's goodbye to those people.
Pack your load and leave the United States of
America. And I believe Donald Trump will be happy that a lot of people are leaving the shores.
Since you don't want people to be there. All right, joining us virtually from the ancient city of Benin, the abracadabra of sport. We call him that because he brings magic to sport analysis. John, good evening. How is Edo this evening? Edo is shining.
Good evening, Mr. Abel. It's a pleasure to do this once again. Edo is always shining, always. In the morning, in the night, Edo is shining.
Yeah. Yes, according to your governor, yes. And the flyover is so dear to Edo people, and that's why Edo people will have to give we have to give the governor 2.5 million votes next year. Inshallah, I think that's how they call it. Inshallah, you will give him 2.3. But let's join into let's jump into the conversation. I'll start with you before I come to Delight here in the studio. Portugal yesterday, we thought that Portugal, with the pedigree, with what they parade, will have so many players. Portugal should be arguably have one of the best midfield in this tournament. But looking at Portugal drawing 1-1 against DR Congo, well, can you say Portugal underestimates DR Congo?
I told you something yesterday on this show. I'm going to repeat it. I don't think there's room for the word underestimation when it comes to the World Cup tournament. I said something yesterday.
But there are some teams you will meet. You just look at it and you say, no, this one no reach now. You understand? Like this one, they no reach at all.
No, I think the place of underestimation will come from us, the viewers and the fans. We may use our own instincts to say, oh, Congo no reach to play Portugal. But when it comes to the players on the pitch, I don't think, especially as it concerns the World Cup tournament, I don't think there's the room for underestimation. I told you yesterday, you just only 7 matches to win to be World Cup champions. And then in that 7 matches, you begin to underestimate anybody. I don't think don't forget that every team that is in this tournament went through a qualifying series to get there. Except maybe the teams that got an automatic qualification that are sort of being host. So it's not a joke. I'm looking at the way DR Congo even qualified. I don't think the Portuguese side will actually tend to underestimate them. I rather think that what happened yesterday was that the Portuguese side and the manager, they got it all wrong tactically. When you look at the statistics of the match, you think that, oh, they almost caused fire and brimstone upon DR Congo. If you do not watch the match and you go and adjust the statistics, you'll be amazed. Oh, see possession, see this. Let me amaze you. Portugal had only one shot for target in that match yesterday. That was the goal they scored. Even DR Congo had 2 shots on target in that match. But when you look at the statistics, you think, I think what happened yesterday, while I was watching the game, I was asking because I was watching the game by sister is a fan of football too, a Ronaldo fan. So I was asking, I said, your idol and his country, which tactics are they playing? Because they were just, imagine, I can count how many times they got the ball to the Congo, DR Congo, and then you just say Bruno Fernandes or Vitinha pass the ball to the back. Vitinha had more back passes in that game than he had forward passes. So you think of what strategy was the tactic, what was the play, what did they plan to come and do yesterday, what did they plan to achieve, what were they doing? In the first of that game, Cristiano Ronaldo had only 16 touches in 45 minutes. Only 16 touches. And guess what? He was the man leading the attack for the Portuguese team. I just told you, they had only 1 shot on target, and that was the goal they scored. So it leaves you begging, I am going to ask myself, with the caliber of players that Roberto Martinez, the coach of Portugal, has, you have Vitinha, you have the Neves, you have Bruno Fernandes. It is even more easier for me because the likes of Vitinha and Neves, they play for the same club. They already have an understanding, they already have a. What all you needed to do was to just blend in some other players. How can you have players like Bernardo Silva, you have players like Pedro Neto, you have players like Cristiano Ronaldo, you have players like Bruno Fernandes. Instead of playing an attacking-based football, you are trying to play a retention possession-based football. And even at that, they are playing more back passes than they are playing the ball to the front. You watch the game and you see Portugal has 400 passes. You will think that something spectacular is happening there. Nothing is happening. They are not making a fool of themselves on the pitch. I was very disappointed yesterday. But then again, I will give kudos to DR Congo for their resilience and being able to hold Portugal to our 100.
Oh, DR Congo are just they happy say they go just collect Woto yesterday. Can you imagine? Well, life, they say the life. Because at the moment, okay, let me go to the life.
The matter is that the DR Congo team had a very they were very more disciplined in terms of possession of their ball, and they were defensive minded in that game, and that was why it was very difficult for the Portuguese to encroach. And it's a disappointing thing for Ronaldo to think that at his age he can do it alone. Unlike what happened in Argentina, they did the strategy not around Messi. Messi was just to come and give somewhat contribution, but unfortunately, they took the shine away from him. But it was one that did the damage. The same thing that just happened with Ronaldo, not trying to control the ball, but just being free to move, and then you would have been able better. When the concentration is on you, you'll not be able to move. You paraded a very amazing squad, world-class players, but still could not even score a more goal with a team that you underrated that appeared in the last World Cup in 1974. That tells you
that's even where I want to go to now.
That's what tells you that.
If you look at the history of both teams, the Portugal, I think between 1930 to 1998, they appeared just twice. Then from 2000 down, I think they appeared 7 consecutive appearances, which is total is 9 appearances. Then DR Congo, this is their second time. I think the first one was in 1974. That was the first time they appeared in the World Cup, and this is the second one. So looking at both teams, you see that okay, yes, experience you can, but of course we have to give credit to the Congolese side. But Delight, what with this a point gain for DR Congo, arguably, I think so, because for me, drawing against Portugal, I think it's a point game. What do you think about that?
A point game. To what advantage does that point game comes to?
You're getting a point for
the DR Congo.
Yeah.
I think it is the Portugal that should be thanking their star
that they did not lose the game.
They didn't lose the game. But for the DR Congo, that point doesn't matter to them. I think they came there to come and see whether they can just try and win. But like he said, there's no pushover in this World Cup. I have told people repeatedly, look at what happened even against Ghana. A game that hooked on their throat against Panama. A very littered game. So nobody is a pushover. I expected that the coach of Portugal should have come with a better striking opportunity. And there's no formation there. But if you look at the formation of the DR Congo, they were defending with a 5 defensive strategy. They had 5 people packed behind. The Portuguese could not even encroach their penalty box. And at the same time, their formation is that when you look at them, they will play a 5-3 formation on the box. So it was difficult. That's why I could see that when they get into the second into the half field, they now will return back the ball because that place is choked. And they're looking for all you need to do at this kind of time is just a half chance space for the bullet shot, which you saw the Ghanaians try to do yesterday. It was bullet shots, and those are the kind of shots that can give you the game. But the Portuguese are too overconfident, and their mouth plays before they play a game, particularly Ronaldo. Ronaldo is not actually, for me, when I compare statistics with him and Messi, right now I begin to believe Messi is a better and more calm and more better strategic footballer than even Ronaldo. If you look at statistics that were even given, it will even shock you how effective is Messi and Ronaldo for the both countries. So Ronaldo had enough opportunity to carry the team with Bernardo Silva and the rest of these kind of important players that played in Europe, and they played this kind of football. I won't lie to you, I was very disappointed. But
the Ronaldo fans will not agree with you.
I don't care whether they agree with me. I don't care that.
Like Ero's sister will never agree with you. She will never agree with you. You're bringing Messi into the conversation.
Ronaldo, I like Ronaldo. Ronaldo is like one of the fans one of the players I like in terms of his maybe whatever. But when it comes to assessing performance, vis-a-vis maybe name, because what they are trying to brand names and merchandising names. But when you look at the statistics of effect in country performance, Messi has more impact in his nation's call-up than Ronaldo. Go and check it.
But many will argue that since Ronaldo debuted in 2003, 2003, that was his debut. Since 2003, since the debut in
2006.
Yeah, he started playing for national team. National team.
But he debuted for the first World Cup in 2006. Since then, Mexico, I beg your pardon, Portugal has gone 7 consecutive World Cup, and he has played in 6. So what we say, Ronaldo effect. I'm not a Ronaldo fan. But what we say is, if I give you statistically of 22 games,
you know how I said so. You know how I said the effect.
That's why he scored 8 goals in all this season, but Messi has scored 13 goals.
They are not quiet. They are listening to us, right? Why?
Portuguese. I don't know whether you agree with me. Portugal ought to have done better. Honestly,
do you think that Ronaldo should be starting from the bench?
Yeah,
going forward. I think he does not have that strength to play full game. I don't know, my own opinion, but do you think if you were the coach, will you start Ronaldo from the bench?
I will not try it. I will not start Ronaldo if I am the coach. Ronaldo
Thank you.
Bench.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, let me remind you, in the last World Cup tournaments, even if they did not go so far, for about 2 to 3 games, he came in from the bench.
I was angry.
Remember?
Yes. Was angry.
Very surprised to see that he was spearheading the attack yesterday. This man is 41 years old. I understand that he has the experience, but the truth remains that the Ronaldo that we know today, he's no longer the Ronaldo we used to know 5-6 years ago.
No.
He cannot give what the team actually can produce. Ronaldo does not fit into it. Did you see him yesterday? It was a disaster. I'm not a Ronaldo fan, but I was ashamed on behalf of Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's what it was. In our opinion, the young boys do the job.
Job.
You can always come in the second half. So imagine today, Roberto Martinez made up to 5 changes. He did not remove Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, the young man was there. He had little or no impact in the game. It was as though Ronaldo was not playing. At some point, the DR Congo players, they were able to deploy 3 to 4 players to match him. And the Ronaldo that we used to know then, he can dribble past 2, 3, 4 players. The Ronaldo that we know today, we find it a very difficult job to dribble past 1 player. So why not just allow this much? Let him play more at that period. Let him be advancing and pushing the younger one. You can put them bring him in the second half. Just as the Super Eagles were doing with Ahmed Musa before he finally took it out. That is my own opinion. I think if Portugal has any intent to go for this tournament, they have to deal with the Ronaldo situation.
All right, and to be honest, I think they have a lot of people that can fit into that shoes, to be honest. But it's just this Ronaldo influence, that I think that's what they want.
Why do you carry a statue and put inside the field and then think it can perform? A statue is an idol. You're not carrying that.
The other ones will come for you, but this
you don't put it there as a statue of admiration. That is a star, then you don't put it there.
They will come for you. You can't call their icon a statue.
It's a statue.
But the light does this.
A non-performing statue. Even if it's a talisman that can walk inside the pitch, it was not giving them a spiritual backing. It was not there doing nothing. If it's not his wrongs, again, I would have expected that they should have brought on that system. Let him play in the midfield and distribute ball. But do you even know what would be better?
Do you even know what even captivated me most? That DR Congo equalized. Do you understand? Let's assume
and they even equalized at the 54 for the 5th.
Yeah.
And then they still had one. They still had one extra.
I think DR Congo even scored first before Portugal. That would have been like Portugal scored. That one equalized. You understand? Yes,
they would have dragged.
Yes, but does this draw put pressure on Portugal ahead of the clash with Uzbekistan? Do you think
a lot of people don't rate Uzbekistan as a football?
But like what you said,
that's why we're analyzing that. We're looking at it, looking at the comparison of how your football is rated. That's what we do. But unfortunately, football rating now is beginning to disappoint. Even somebody who said that even himself, Ronaldo, even said that yesterday he was very disappointed at the result that the Portuguese produced against DR Congo. Then that means that he himself has realized that football is not the way that it used to be now. Everybody is upping their tactics. Like I said earlier in this program, everybody is bringing the best and buying the best of coaches, which we will go now to Thomas Tuchel to tell you one of the greatest things that have happened to English football. Yeah. That is the same thing. And in US, you saw what the other coach is doing. Now, yes. So who tells you that Uzbekistan cannot follow suit to bring one of the best tactical discipline and send all their players to Europe and go and experience? What is happening with most of these players that you say are doing fantastically well? They are playing at high level football discipline, tactical discipline. The likes of Arteta, the likes of Coach Man City, Pep Guardiola, the likes of this one has gone back to Real Madrid. What's his name again?
Yeah.
But when you play under such tactical discipline coaches, you can go back, replicate that in your own country. But what we are seeing is that most of people are not thinking that you can only just go and bring local stars down and go and assemble. Local stars don't work anymore. If you look at the Ghanaian team, even yesterday, I counted over 12 of them are playing abroad. You can see the fire in their eyes. How can we play good football in Nigeria and qualify?
Our first 11, all
that babies are wearing diapers and pampers.
No, don't talk to my daddy. Don't talk to my daddy Super Eagles. We are doing so well. My daddy is Super Eagles. We are doing so well. It's part of fortunate.
You are my friend now.
It's part of fortunate.
This guy like pampers players. People wear pampers and come and play.
It's part of fortunate that DR Congo just did boju for us.
It's not boju. It's not boju. But they played well. They played well. It's a disappointment that Super Eagles is not there.
No problem.
They did well.
We'll see how far they are going.
Let me tell you, they played 9 clean sheets out of 16 matches in their preparation to this championship. This DI Congo. They will tell you how well prepared.
They should use that record.
How many friendlies?
They should use that record to increase the economy. They should use it to increase the economy. Okay, let's move away from the Portugal game. Let's move to the English game. England versus Croatia. We saw what happened yesterday. That game ended 4-2 in favor of England. But Aaron, let me start with you. Have England announced themselves as genuine World Cup contenders as it stands?
I would say England put up a very impressive display. Before the tournament started, I personally don't count England as tournament favorites, but I think England, owing to the fact that they have a very good coach now, and Thomas Tuchel is one coach that I admire a lot. He's tactically sound, and so I see them to go very far in the tournament. Professionally, I don't see them as tournament favorites. And then yesterday, their display once again proved to me why I don't see them as tournament favorites. And I'm going to tell you, as much as they did so well against them, Croatia is a very good team too.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from Croatia. England has a blend of young players, and also a bit of experienced players too. But they are very vulnerable defensively. We saw that in display yesterday. They are very vulnerable defensively. And Thomas Tuchel really needs to go back quickly to the drawing board and find a way to find a solution to that defensive lineup. Because if they go on to the tournament like that, the way they defended yesterday, the only advantage they had yesterday was that they had a very precise attack.
Yeah.
Kudos to Harry Kane, kudos to Marcus, kudos to Bellingham.
And Madueke.
Precise attack. Yeah. The way they played yesterday reminded us of the Barcelona team that was headed by Messi, Neymar, and Suarez, with them MSN. When you can score Barcelona 5, but you are sure that this attacking lineup can score 8 or they can score 10. That's what England showed us yesterday. They conceded, but they have a very good attacking lineup that was able to deliver goals, and that was really one thing that helped them yesterday. So, they need to put a solution to that defensive lineup. That defense was very vulnerable yesterday. It was too easy to create, and that's what I saw from the
Okay, well said.
It's not harsh. And England did well to defeat them.
Delight, do you share some sentiment with Errol?
Well, I'm a different bit, but I want to agree on some other analysis and adjustment that they had adduced, and I think I want to agree with him in the light of their defense. The English team has never had a very good defense. They have had good young lads that can attack football. I'm even more surprised now that the English football has changed. Before, it's a run and gun. They would just run in the field back. Since 1960, they have not been able to come out with a very good, even as much as they have one of the best, competition as far as football organization is concerned in the world. They still didn't have what it takes to win a World Cup. But gradually, they are beginning to, give us what can make them a world-class team. But unfortunately, and also rightly, to tell you how dangerous it is, in 2018, it was the same Croatia that stopped England in the semi-final bid to the World Cup. So, like he said, if any team that can reply you 2 goals, it shows that they had also one of the small weaknesses that made them to have let you go. If they were not tacked in the attacking lineup, they would have been able to score those 4 goals. Look at Madueke was very impressive. He was able to supply balls, to his teammate, the right wings, and they were more intelligent. They created space for themselves actually to get the ball, fluid football, like they never used to do before. How did this come about? The combination of players from the different leagues who actually play, like I said, reiterating again, those coaches whom they play under, Arteta. And if you look at the players they brought from Man City, Arsenal, and Harry Kane again, a very little player who's playing for Bayern Munich. No, and that experience we went to go and get from Europe. Not even English football. The English football style cannot take any English team to a World Cup. I'm just telling you. I've seen that right from time. So now that they are adjusting and they are putting more. And I looked at the line of one of the greatest excitement. Why I'm still very sad with the Super Eagles is that about 4 Nigerian about 14 Nigerian players, boys, are playing for the English team, and they are spread all over the world playing good football. And you are here, you are supposed to be the coach, Abel, to bring our team. But the exciting thing about this English team,
who bounce back? Don't worry, you bounce back yourself. Because the Bible said it. If you fall 7 times, you rise 7 times. We'll bounce back. Don't worry.
No, Rashford was brilliant. Even as much as even the Manchester United fans still like him, and they loaned him to Barcelona. Now this Rashford that is becoming a better field. His money is going up for purchase. So what do? You need to encourage these players. They are young. Like he said, there's a blend of young players. That's what I expected for Portuguese to do. You blend your young. When they are exiting, you find a role for them. When you find a role for them, they will play, and then you see the beauty. Luka Modric is old though, but if you saw what he played yesterday, he was not as if he was all over the field. He was just controlling the ball naturally.
That is bringing his experience.
Yes, naturally. Luka Modric is a midfield player. You can see what he was doing his best to. The Croatians didn't lose just like that. They lost with pride. So a very good tactical, blended team.
It was a good fight.
It was a good fight
because at the point it was 2-2.
It was 2-2.
Yes.
So you can see.
That's
so it was not an easy ride for even in England. Like you said, English need to go back through this to go and tighten up their defense.
Talking about that defense, Leru, if you have a certain Rick James, you have a John Stone. Are you saying that if somebody need to go back to do a certain coach from Aston Villa, do you think that defense should have any problem? For Christ's sake.
You know, when it comes to social, you cannot really perform in 100%. You can't really predict it in 100%. I think one of the things that really showed yesterday was that especially for the defensive lineup, it showed that they lacked area strength. They lacked the strength to win air balls. That defensive lineup. And that's when they missed the likes of Harry Maguire. I'm not complaining for Harry Maguire.
But I remember we spoke about Harry Maguire. Yeah, I remember we talked about Harry Maguire when he was dropped. Because I think this is the play, like you rightly said. Go ahead, please.
Even when Livramento got injured and had to be replaced, I was so surprised that he called up Chalobah from Chelsea instead of Harry Maguire. I would have thought that he would have used Harry Maguire to replace Livramento, but I think the coach knows what's best for him. But I think that's one of the places where I think the defense is really lacking. The area they don't have so much area strength when it comes to area balls. Yeah, because that's one of the biggest strengths of the likes of Harry Maguire. And that's one way they were punished yesterday if you watch the game. And they will get punished even more in that same manner, if they don't find a solution to that problem. Because the truth of the thing is, your opponent will always look out for your weakness and try to use it to punish you. But overall, I think they have a young and vibrant team. The defensive lineup is filled with more young players. But then again, as much as they are young players, they have experience there. They have players who have played tournaments, who have played the Euros, who have played the World Cup before. And then I don't know that Thomas Tuchel, because I want to agree with the man in the studio, like he said, he has a very good manager now. Not the Gareth Southgate that was there. Gareth Southgate can be likely to be the judge of the Super Eagles.
But he has done his best. But arguably, Southgate has done his job. He has done well.
I have personal wish to be the judge. Personally.
Why now?
Don't be make we no go World Cup.
No, it's not him.
Na him na.
It's not him. If I don't do...
No, it doesn't finish the job. Win those 2 games.
I want to disagree with you about this way. Let me tell you, from grapevine, from NFF, honestly, I'll tell you quite honestly, they sabotage him. The players didn't like him. They sabotage him. Why? Because our players are very lazy. No one tell you that they wear pampers. They are very lazy players. They don't like what they call this attacking football. That they
really actually attacking football.
No, it gave them, but they don't want to play.
They didn't do that.
They didn't want to.
But I think they play attacking football in the under Eric Chel. I don't know if you agree.
Eric Chel is under Eric. It's the same thing. Eric Chel is telling them to play now. Yeah. Are you trying to judge or something? That's what I'm telling you. That it's not because he's not a good player. That's why they sabotage him now. World Cup Lucy, if you want to blame this World Cup appearance, that will appear. Don't blame it on the coaches. Blame it on the players.
The coach also have some.
I don't think so, because before you know, this guy was fighting. Osimhen was fighting to his job because don't do one dada. Indiscipline. That's the problem. Can you do that to West Ham? Can you do that to West Ham time? You have to be on the team. They don't care. They see what I won't let you. One of the things that caused us problem is lack of stamina. They lack stamina. If not for the likes of Lukman that came now, you can see how they are all aggressive. Nobody want to give himself up for Nigeria. Everybody is just trying to want to be careful. I don't want to break my leg. That's the problem. And for this, John was telling them, in our time when we were playing, it was a sacrifice. As much as we give you tactical strategy to play, it matters to you for you to rise up to the occasion. Because when we're in the pitch, not every time we are passing information. There is somebody like Christian Chukwu at that time who will passing information to the players. Who was there? Even as much as I would like the aggressive.
That one is like the coach on the pitch.
Yes, you must have the 12th man, like the coach on the pitch. That's what Christian Chukwu was doing. That's what Eguavon was doing. That's what
when he was playing.
Let Kizikeshi were doing on the pitch. They were not just you must talk. Even in the former Spanish team that had the likes of this guy
Puyo.
All of them, you will see that PK was always talking. The last man, he was always giving instructions. Xavi, Orlando, Iniesta. If you look at them, you find that they talk to themselves. But this one, they are jealous. They just want to say, I'm going to score. You see, the Nigerian Football Federation problem is far beyond what you are looking at. Players are contributing, but I'm sorry that I'm not agreeing with you.
Let's come back.
Philip wanted them to play, but they were against him.
It's all right. Let's come back to the World Cup.
We're talking because it's the World Cup we're talking about. Somebody said about the Phoenix say they will qualify in the next World Cup.
Yeah, 2030
if I shut up his mouth, if we don't want to do what is right, we are working right now. DR Congo will qualify. Cape Verde will qualify. The opponent is very good for the features.
Attribution shall not answer this question.
God is not a God. God is not an unjust God. I tell you.
Mr. Edgar will be appointed to join the Super Eagles technical.
Yes. So you can bring your salary. Then we will call it Abel 652 commission.
Okay, let's go to the which England player do you think made the biggest difference in the match? Because we saw that Jim Bellingham also did so well. Harry Kane also did so well, and even a certain Rashford that played. I think he just 18 minutes he played on the pitch, and he was able to score. So, which of those players do you think impressed you the most?
As far as that match was concerned, I'm not going to. I can't impress, but the reason I will not say that I think because what he did is what we do him to always do.
Yeah.
So it was Harry was not a surprise to me. So for me, Harry was another day at the office. That was another day at the office. So I think the player that really impressed me was Rashford and Bellingham. I would say Bellingham because even late in the season in the La Liga season. Bellingham has had inconsistencies in performances. Yeah, late in the season, there are so many inconsistencies in performances. At some point, I was even asking somebody, is Bellingham still a Real Madrid player? Don't hear about Bellingham again. He's either returning from one injury or he's giving a poor performance in one game. Maybe as a result of the change of manager and what have you.
Jose Mourinho will revive him.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. That's why it's a special one. Seeing him deliver such a performance at the top stage is a very good one for Bellingham. That's a good one. And then for Marcus Rashford too, it's a good one. It's a very good one. It shows that Marcus Rashford every day tends to go to his present day critics why he is who he is, why he's an important player, why he's a phenomenal player. Even if over time he has also had his own bad times, but then again, I think he has gotten a bit of revival in his footballing career, and then yesterday he proved once again. You see, he replaced Anthony Gordon, and in less than 5 minutes of entering the pitch, he got a goal. So I think performances like this are what is needed. It is better when the players give coaches a hard time to keep.
Yeah. This is the
best. Player who can deliver, or it is better than when you can easily predict the starting lineup of the team because you have a quantity, you don't have quality. So yes, you Bellingham and Marcus Rashford for me.
Okay. What about you?
For me, I give clap to my countryman and young brother, Madueke, who was the one that actually set the pace and the tone for Bellingham to make that goal. Because
that goal was fantastic. And you see the pass.
And you saw the pass. Killer pass. We call it killer pass. You have to bank by you. They call it dagger pass. And so it was a fantastic game for the ball. And the ball also, if you see him impressively running around the wings and trying to get balls and pass the ball. For me, he also did fantastically well. Though he already was a bit, he didn't quite much was very visible all the time. But each time he got the ball, it was an excellent performance from him. And who would I say again? Did well. Well, that's for me, maybe because I was not looking at the Nigerian boys play well.
So you're using sentiment to look at.
No, somehow, I like the guy. You know why?
After you accuse me that I'm supporting my darling Super Eagles. Tell you why? You're using sentiment.
Can I tell you one thing? I was not even looking at the English player. I was looking at the Arsenal United. That's what I was looking at.
Okay, I see the biasness now. I see that you're bias now. You see, now you are looking at Arsenal and you're looking at your own brother. And you don't want me to play my own Super Eagles.
I'm looking at how the Arsenal players actually were contributing to their fatherland glory. That's one of the things I was looking down for. Irrespective of the fact, one of my greatest mentors, in short, when it comes to football, because I played football in my own time, one of the guys that impressed me most when I look at football in England is Larry King. This guy, I like his height, his persona on the court, on the field of play, excites you to want to maybe liken him to this
yeah.
If you look at top people who are very, very good in striking football, they bring you sweet football that you enjoy. He is a guy that I like, and I want to say that he actually did quite very well. As normal, before he left Tottenham, he has also shown that he's one player.
Which you also like Crutch, right?
Yeah, in his days when he was playing for Liverpool,
yeah,
I liked him. He was as skinny and scanty as he is.
Yeah.
He could dribble the ball like anyone call. So these players that can skillfully play the ball, they are tall. They can do damage for you. If you know how to create a good football strategy around them, they will back those for you.
Okay, quickly, as we try to wrap up to go to Ghana game, can England maintain this attacking form against Ghana?
Yes, I think England can. I think they can maintain it.
The Ghana you saw yesterday,
as much as I hate to admit what I want to say now, but I also think that Ghana is not really a poorly based team. Ghana is not a pushover.
Yeah.
Even in case they got a half win over Panama yesterday, but I think Ghana also has some exciting players to look out for after the World Cup is concerned. Don't forget, like I said, there is no room for underestimating any team in this World Cup. But I think England has what it takes. I think obviously that is going to be an attack versus a defensive setup. But I think Ghana also has what it takes to punish England on counter. Don't forget that they also have some Premier League proven players in the Ghanaian team. They have some players who are also standout players for them and who can also win them games. So it's going to be a hard one. It's an encounter to look at because as it stands now, Ghana already has 3 points. If they can salvage a point or a win from England, anything can happen with football. They may just be on the verge of qualifying automatically from that group. Because as opposed to what we thought from the beginning that this may be an easy one for England and Croatia. As we speak, the time has come. This is already, don't forget what I told you yesterday. There are just 3 matches in the group stage. So I don't like to lose. It's still very early. So as we speak now, Croatia has lost the group. Panama is able to on that. Everything could just happen. Anything can happen. If you take Ghana to put their head through the eye of the needle to beat Panama, what's the guarantee that Croatia can easily beat the same Panama?
Yeah.
Nobody is in the World Cup to come and be a walkover for anybody. Everybody is there to prove the point. Some are there as dark horses. Choma, they are permanent contenders at the right. But Choma, everybody is there for a purpose, everybody is there for a reason. So there's no room to underestimate anything. But I think Ghana has what it takes. Like I said, I hate to admit it, but I think Ghana has what it takes to actually play against England. I'm not saying, oh, they can defeat England or they are going to defeat England, but I think they will also not be a pushover for England. They will give England a hard run for their money also. At least some of the African teams in the World Cup so far, they've been impressive. They've been impressive, especially not the North African teams. The North African teams are not the performing so good, but the other African teams they've been doing so well in the tournament, and I think they can just maintain that momentum.
Okay, well said. I think you said it all. I'm talking about Ghana. Since let's just continue the Ghana-Panama game that ended 1-0. But Delight, let me start with you. Was Ghana's victory convincing enough despite the narrow scoreline?
That I could tell Sherlock at the 95th minute of the game. It was luck. Because it was a counter attack. And all the while in that
Pure luck.
it was pure luck. Because they were in that, the referee should have called off that game immediately after that thing entered about the 3rd minute. I don't know what additional time they gave that 5 minutes, but bigger than me. The normal soccer time is 90 minutes. Any other thing that you do after that 9 minutes, after that 5 or additional 5 minutes, for me, I call it a luck. Even though they wouldn't have been able to get those goals. But bigger than me, the two teams were littered. They played intense football. They were banging themselves, and they were all. If your team was not physically fit and strong in that match, you won't be able to make it. And so stamina played out. And you know the Ghanaians, they like rocket football. They like taking you, and they were taking the Panamas to the slaughter, and the Panamas also were getting a return attack, and it was like vice versa until that lock of that one split run that guy got from the flank, and he gave a very good pass that brought the goal. So I would say that the Ghanaians have done extremely bad or extremely well. They just had the luck to have that last goal. If not, that game would have ended a draw, and it would have been a different story.
Okay, well said. But did Panama miss a golden opportunity to end that last at the last the point, our last point? I mean, does they need a golden opportunity to miss that? At least to draw that game. Are you with me, Eru?
Yes. I didn't get your question, sorry.
I said, did Panama miss a golden opportunity to earn at least a point in that game yesterday? I mean, this morning.
Of course, the golden opportunity was missed. When it comes to competition like this, every point matters, every single point matters, every opportunity matters. Every opportunity that you do not take, you get punished for it. I can reference you to the France and Senegal game. Every opportunity you miss that you don't take, you get punished severely for it. And that was what played out yesterday. Like Mr. Bilal said, it was a very intense game between the two teams. They went band for band. They were holding each other by the neck. And then Ghana was just very lucky. So Panama, yes, of course, Panama missed an opportunity to at least salvage a point from that game. And then that has put them third on the table right now with 0 points and -1 goal. But let's see, if they can maintain, one thing I know for is certain, if they can maintain the level of playing that they played yesterday back, if they can maintain that level of intensity going forward, I think they will also cause a very big upset from the likes of England and Croatia. Because the Panama team that I watched in the early hours of today, they are not a team that you can just push aside. They are very physical. They are very physical. They have strength. They have ability. They can mark. And then you may never can tell. They may just be one of the dark horses that we do not acknowledge or that we do not talk about.
I know you as hate as you not want to say this, but you just have to say it, that Ghana might qualify from the group stage. But Delight,
How? I'm not sticking my leg for that too. I'm not sticking. See, I don't know who's playing England next.
It's Ghana.
If it's Ghana, then it's going to be a brawler. It's going to be a brawler, pound for pound. Yes, that man, because it will be a. Yes, it's going to be difficult for England. Because it will be also that the
The winner of that game, my top.
Ghana want to prove a point that look, we are not easy as we think, and also from the 1-0 confident win that they've won, they will bring it into the English team.
But how important, how crucial is this point?
This point is very important. If Ghana can get this point, or both teams can get if both teams can get a draw, it stands them a bit comfortable to be at first two still. Then that remains for Croatia to put a point against Panama to win. And if Panama, if Croatia or whoever Panama should win of this game, then that determines their last game. If they can beat any of them can beat one more team again, they have gone ahead, and then the 2-3 will be at the bottom. So right now, it's a very, like he said, it's a very dicey time for you to either win the second game. This second game is very crucial to modeling standings in groups. So if you are not prepared, now you just say goodbye, Sila. We will now welcome you next time. But for what I see, I know what I want to say here. The English football system, they are very weak. They are not strong. So if they cannot stand the heat of playing, you now see that they will be getting injury and going out, and then they start going out because their legs are not as strong as these African guys that chop akpu or Ghanaian rice.
You gotta chop. They gotta eat akpu.
They eat now. Who tell you to eat? The Nigerians are there. They eat it, and if their legs are not strong and they hit, because the black Africans, they hit. They don't go there to go. They hit, and they know that if you don't hit these white people, they won't give you space. So you start knocking them. We all learn this from football. But at the end of the day,
we argue that most of this our African staff, they don't even go. They don't spend much time in Africa.
Go and see why you see most European teams don't like playing African teams that are very tough. It's because they are hard. Like the Moroccans are very tough also on the pitch. So those are one of the tactical advantages that black Africans have against some of these European teams that will take them to the slaughter because we have stamina. So if the Ghanaians can maintain all this, they can upset England or by sheer luck, because that will tell us that if you give them too much heat with that kind of porous defense that you analyze now, then it's going to be a disaster for them. But for what I want to predict, I want to see a 1-1 between Ghana and England.
Okay, well, say 1-1 between Ghana and England. That is, they will have to share the point.
Yeah.
But how crucial was that Panama win for Ghana? For qualification from the group stage, that's what I'm saying. Then can Ghana actually upset England in their next group game? Is it possible?
I think the win was very important for England because at the moment it has put them strongly on second place on the group, and it has given them a bit of fresh air. They cannot breathe a breath of fresh air. One is off the hooks. Now they have England to play. Like Mr. Delight has just analyzed, if they can salvage the points or even a win from England, then they are surely on course to qualify from the group, either as first place or second place. You know, like popular opinion before the World Cup started, we were saying, oh, it's going to be England and Croatia. We are not concluding yet, but this win, 3 points, with a clean sheet, that is solid. That is a solid start. That is a very solid start for there's just a 1 goal difference between them and England now, 2-1. So going into the game against England is going to be band for band. It's going to be, and like he has actually said, they have players also that can boast to do these things. Don't forget, he's a Ghanaian team that boasts of players like Man City, Antonio Semenyo, they have Inaki Williams, there's a Lemani, there's a Mohamed Kudus. So they have the players. The black star of Ghana, they have physicality. Like I said before, if England does not push themselves up, and like I said, the English team match physical as the Ghanaian team, they can go bound for bound with them, they can play against them, they can match them up, and then if they are just lucky enough, and if they are able to play compact and put themselves together, they may just give us another shocker in this tournament. So yes, that win has placed them properly rightly on the edge of qualification. The point where they are now is the point where Moses was when God told him that he will see the question with no answer. And Ghana is it is not left for them, their next performance to make them enter or not.
Then they need to part the Red Sea then. Because they need to use that road to part the Red Sea. Because they have the Red Sea, yes, now for them to.
The Red Sea will be The action will be their match against England.
Exactly. So that's it. So they need the Moses staff. But away from that, I was supposed to play this video earlier before now, but I still need to do it. One of our correspondents, Kenneth Chidi, found a report to see how people are so eager this debate between Messi and Ronaldo. From one of the feed in Lokogoma, Chidi Kenneth found a report. But if you can play that video now, so we see what most of those boys were saying at the field.
Ronaldo.
If that video is ready,
Okay,
the shift. Okay. My TV journalists have been now.
Messi has the most man of the match in Champions League history.
One has Messi.
Who told you? So
Messi and Ronaldo now in this World Cup. Messi and Ronaldo, who do you think you rate better?
Messi.
Yes,
now.
You uncle? Sir, you uncle? Ronaldo and Messi.
Ronaldo now.
Bro, Messi and Ronaldo, you?
The goats.
Ronaldo. And you, Messi and Ronaldo?
Messi.
The goats.
Messi, Joe, come on.
Whether Messi is
Portugal they play match today. Ronaldo score 5 goals.
Wait, okay, Portugal, DR Congo, who go win? Wait, Portugal, DR Congo today, who go win? Portugal, yeah. Oh yeah, Ebano. Portugal, DR Congo, who go win?
Portugal 6-0.
6-0. Yeah.
Let's draw.
Portugal, DR Congo, who go win? Portugal.
Portugal right now. Not the main man. Right now.
Who be the main man?
Portugal can play without Ronaldo. Argentina cannot play without Messi. Right now. That's how important Messi is at this current generation. Right now. Did you watch yesterday? Did you watch yesterday match? Messi was running the show.
We were meant to understand that the football ticket rose to about many dollars because of Messi in
Messi
US.
was running the show yesterday.
I hope you know that.
Portugal has a chance of winning that match. Ronaldo does not start.
If Ronaldo they go give them.
That's how important Messi is right now.
All right, this is football ground where players are just airing out their views about the World Cup. Messi is better than Ronaldo. Ronaldo is better than Messi, and that Messi had trick and all that and all what. So, PMB Sports live here in Lokogoma. Every Sunday, take over for Stops.
Okay, you saw that. You see the argument between Messi and Ronaldo is everywhere. Just imagine that, like, our darling Super Eagles is in this World Cup. You watch about this guy and say, you could see.
Why are you trying to spoil our day? They can't give any brand benefits. Their wings have been removed. Can you hear what they're talking about? Messi.
Yes.
Messi is in MLS. You can see the amount of money he's bringing to the United States. Ronaldo is not bringing any money.
All right.
He's in Saudi Arabia. Being caged not to even do social advertisement when they have money. When you talk about marketing, Ronaldo is giving the right thing. Already, Messi has 3 goals already in his kitty. And that man is still struggling, an old man, 40 years. He has nothing.
All right.